everyone. Welcome to Daughter of Fire Tarot. This is Suzuka sitting at the tarot table today, and we're going to start off with a daily card reading. I think that that's just the best way to start off the channel while I'm still getting kind of familiar and really getting into reading more regularly. So just to keep in mind, again, these are general readings, as are most readings that you're going to see on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you may be. These readings are not to be taken as sound legal, medical, or financial advice, or even spiritual advice or advice for your relationships. Always use your own intuition and your own discernment to figure out what makes sense for you. Okay? Don't make any hasty decisions based on a reading. So I'm going to start by, shuffling the card, but we already got one. What the heck is with all these reverse cards? Hey guys. The Magician in reverse. And yes, I am a reader that reads in the reverse, because I find that if I refused to read in the reverse, there were messages that I was ignoring, and I would kind of look back and be like, oh, that's what they were trying to tell me. So you have the Magician in reverse, and in the Marseille deck, I have previously butchered the word and called it a Marseille deck. It is a Marseille deck. Pardon me, I rarely ever use French, but in the reverse, this card means weakness of will, insecurity, disquiet, delay, limited interest, lack of imagination, the use of one's skills for destructive ends, willpower applied to evil ends. Somebody in here is doing like a double dance with the devil here, and living kind of duplicitously. I'm not sure if that's out of necessity for you, or if that's just kind of something that you're used to doing at this point, but that's the energy that I'm getting from this card, is that someone watching this reading is living really a double life. Been there, done that, let's just say. And depending on the reasons that you're doing it, you may or may not have some anxieties around that, okay? But I am getting a sense that it's somebody who is living duplicitously, and they feel a lot of anxiety surrounding that. So let's see what's hidden here, and then we take the tarot a little deeper. So Nullity deck should be showing us what we can't see. Tell me more about this duplicitous person. How can we help them, maybe? This deck is really, really quiet. Doesn't help that I'm not very good at shuffling. Adjustments are required. We've had this card before. We had it in the very first read, and you're stuck between. I want to take this card and show you. The moon is basically half full, or half waned. I'm not sure. Oh, third quarter moon. It's basically almost halfway by the looks of it. You are coming a little bit too far. If I can say this in a way that makes sense, like the way that it's coming to my brain, you're almost going to a point where you can't turn back. This might be addictions, okay? I'm getting addictions, okay? You maybe have a problem with substances or with certain activities. I'm not too sure, but now I'm getting this vibe of addiction here. You're third quarter in the moon, you are taking yourself along a dangerous path. Speaking to someone with addictions, and I'm really hearing that it's substance. You maybe, have felt a little strung out, so you try to take the edge off, get into a social circle that's like, okay, it's all right, like come have a drink with us, and you know, whatever, maybe you get in the habit of smoking a lot of weed after work, like something like that, right? You're coping in unhealthy ways, and there is a duplicitous nature to that. Inner Earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. This is the spiritual outcome here. But you need to take the actions to make it happen. Okay? So let's see what the tarot has to say to go a little bit deeper. The Marseille, Swiss, IJJ deck. Let's see what they have to say. So you may be neglecting your health at this time. You maybe were somebody who used to take really, really good care of your health, and that has caused you to burn out. And you just want to take the edge off. You want to take the edge off with these substances or these activities that you're partaking in. And it's okay to be a little bit out there. It's okay to drink a little bit. It's okay to smoke a little weed. I mean, like, but doing it to excess, and I can speak from this personal experience, it's always to a detriment. Audit yourself. So we have the two of deniers, or the two of coins in reverse. So it sounds like somebody's money is being affected. I mean, of course it would be when you're dealing with something like that. But in the reverse, oh, literary ability, agility in handling matters, simulated enjoyment, enforced gaiety. Hey, this isn't real. Okay, this trance that you're putting yourself into, it's just a distraction. And I think that you know that. I think that you know that already. And let's see what else. Oh my God, two of swords in reverse. Well, in the upright, normally this card means actions that are coming to a halt. You know, it's kind of like a sword, a face-off, right? Like a face-off and a sword fight, where, you know, they're coming together like that. It's just like, you're kind of like that. But in the reverse, it looks like a change, maybe. Let's take a look. Duplicity, falsehood, misrepresentation, disloyalty, dishonor, treachery. Betty, I gotta help you out with this. You're not headed down the wrong path. Down the right path. If you keep going the way that you're going, unaudited, unmonitored, you don't have a support system around you. You feel like there are resources. There are people who have been where you've been, and you can reach out for the help. So Four of Wands in reverse. Let's take a look at that too. Oh my. It just makes me realize like how potent a reading can be, because, you know, I'm definitely going to be reaching out to a lot of people with this one. And whenever you're watching this, you know, it could take you a long time from the time that you see this reading before you have an experience where you're like, oh, I'm ready to change. But, yeah. Loss of full tranquility, unfulfilled romance, insecurity. So, did something happen in your life that you felt uprooted and you had nowhere else to go and no other ways that you knew of to cope? Because that's what it's sounding like here. It's sounding like you have these vices and you're taking them to a dangerous extent, or you're about to. You're living, you kind of maybe are living in a Jekyll and Hyde time in your life where you feel like you have to be this person at one place, and then you take the mask off and you come home, or you settle into wherever it is that you normally feel comfortable, and you're like, God, I am so exhausted. I need to let loose. Right? I feel like a lot of us have been there. But let's talk more. Let's talk more through the tarot and see. So we also have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and we have the Eight of Swords in the upright. Okay, so we have a lot of intentional action here, and this is actually a card that indicates swift action coming, or swift action that should be taken. You can see that he's very determined. The horse is faced straight ahead, ready to gallop into the future, and he's raising his sword very high. He knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to sacrifice in order to go into that unknown. But in the reverse, let's see what this is talking about in the reverse. So, the Knight of Swords, the Chevalier des Épées. It's either des Épées or des Épées. I don't remember. But Chevalier, the Knight, he is all about action, okay, and moving into that next stage. Maybe you got to that stage where you were really honing that addiction at one point, or you were honing your stress at one point. But in the reverse here, we're talking about incapacity, imprudence, dispute or ruin over a woman. Am I speaking to a masculine right now, or am I speaking to maybe a gay feminine? I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure who I'm talking to, but someone here maybe had a breakup, or maybe had a fallout with a person in their life. It could be in many different arenas. That caused you stress. It caused you to compartmentalize who you are. And now, with this Eight of Swords, this is what's coming next. Okay, so we continue to entertain these addictions and keep living this kind of lifestyle. Let's see what's going to happen here. So, Eight of Swords in the upright. Crisis, calamity, conflict, domination. These swords are about ultimately bondages and aggressions, and basically, yeah, calamity, disaster, right? Every time I open the guidebook and I pull up a sword, you know, we're talking about something that's adverse. So I'm here to tell you that you're not on the right path. Okay, I can't make decisions for you, but I think that you need to just understand what surrounds you right now and what's coming. I've got messages from the note jar, and they're coming through, and they actually told me that it's going to be a message from your inner self about the situation, what is going on. Okay, so that maybe you can get confirmation if this is your reading or not. Okay, Spirit, what does the higher self have to say? Let's pick out just a couple. Let's grab a couple just to, we'll see what these say. So I'm going to open them one by one. Let's get 5 messages. I'm being told to take 5 for some reason. So maybe it's my 5 cards. I don't know. Maybe there's a message. Oh, there's a message for each card. So here's what I'm being told to do. 8 of Swords. I can't take my eyes off of you. This is you speaking about your addiction. This is your trouble, okay? You always feel like you need something to distract you. I can't take my eyes off you. You need a blindfold. You need a blindfold, and sometimes another person has to put that on for you. Go and get yourself some support, okay? That's your 8 of Swords. Your Knight of Swords in the reverse. I lost everything I truly cared for. This is something that happened in your past. You got there. You triumphed. You've already been here. You've conquered this before. But you feel yourself getting progressively weaker, right? You lost everything you truly came for. Lost everything you truly came for. Lost everything you truly cared for. But you have to remember that we have this card underneath it all, okay? Inner Earth, okay? You have to remember who's inside you. You have to remember who you are. Maybe you never knew who you were. Maybe you've distracted yourself with stuff outside yourself your whole entire life. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings, okay? But again, like I said when I pulled this card, you have got to take the action. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You get support, but nobody else is going to do it for you, okay? So who's next? We have the Two of Swords. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we have a no card left on each. Nothing will change or fix this. That's where you feel. You feel taken aback here. You feel stuck at that standstill. And I don't really know. My heart is at war. I don't really know what your solution looks like, right? I'm showing you what's spiritually surrounding. I don't know what that looks like. That's going to look different for each person. But it's very clear that you're in a lot of pain. And four of batons here. To complete that game, is there more than one person involved in your addiction? You might have to evaluate who it is that you let into your circle. Because, yeah, they always say it. Addiction is the absence of connection. If you're making the wrong connections that lead you to addictions, then lead you to further connections with these people. Right? I did mention that this could be a group of people who feel the same way as you, and they're like, hey, let's go do this thing, or hey, let's just have a drink after work, after the shift. And then it turns into you maybe, drinking alone at the bar or something like that. But let's get a couple more clarifying cards. I actually have a couple questions, Spirit. I want to know, what is this person distracting themselves from? Can you tell me exactly what it is that they're distracting themselves from? And I decree that regardless of what your faith is, I hope that the Lord is with you, and all you have to do, doesn't matter your faith, call out to whomever it is you hold sacred. For me, that's Jesus. I just say the name Jesus, and it's instant peace to me. Okay, for you, if that's Buddha, if that's Muhammad, whatever it is for you, call on that guide. Okay. When you feel empty, call on your faith to fill you in. Okay. We actually have two cards here. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Coins in reverse. Oh my god. So your finances are going to be so negatively effective. Your finances are going to be so negatively affected if you continue on this path, okay? This is downfall, okay? You can see that you've got a very, very blood red center there, and it's going to bleed your money dry. If you keep living this lifestyle, if you keep giving into these vices, I'm warning you, okay? The Hierophant in reverse, you're not going within. You're not going within. And this isn't me getting angry at you. It's me pulling this out. You bury this stuff down, right? I can feel that you bury it down. And I'm speaking to somebody who maybe has not stepped into their masculine. Like, you feel beaten down, and you feel like you've tried everything. You've come in one end and come out the other, and you feel like you're right back in the same tunnel that you crawled out of. I lost everything I truly cared for. You've been here before. You know what the end result is. I think that you just have trouble. I think you have trouble focusing on what it is that your heart really wants you to do, which is maybe to get sober or to make some lifestyle changes if it's not a substance, right? So this is pretty deep. Poignant but deep. So what else is hidden, Spirit? This person's hiding from themselves. They're hurting their finances. What's hidden? What's the hidden outcome of all this? What's the hidden outcome? If they take positive actions towards healing this, healing their inner, then what will happen? What surrounds them once they've taken the actions necessary and have the necessary conversations with themselves. Oh my god, that is way too many. That's way too many. Okay, come on. The energy is gaining momentum. So it's similar to an abusive relationship, guys. It's like if you've been with somebody for 10 years and you keep going back to them every 2 years after they do something, you know, everybody's like, why do you keep going back to this thing that hurts you? Well, sometimes we are so impaired. It's like a frog boiling in water. You really do not know that you are that frog boiling in water until it's too hot for you to jump out. There are some of us who do jump out and we're pretty scathed, right? But it's the same thing with vices, with addictions, okay? It's going to take you, more than likely, especially the more severe your addiction is, it's going to take you more time to get through that. And I'm sorry if I'm preaching here. Like I don't ask what the cards. I don't plan if I'm going to do a love reading or like whatever it is. I just listen to what's being said. And Spirit really wants to spiritually kick your ass, okay? Because you know, you've been here before. I lost everything I truly cared for. Knight of Swords in reverse. You've been there before. Spirit knows that you know what you have to do. The question is, when are you going to apply those lessons? When are you going to take that first hard step? Because it's like learning how to walk again. It's like learning how to walk again. You got to do like spiritual physio in order to get over an addiction. And I don't care if you're atheist. I don't care if you're agnostic. I don't care if you're a fundamental Christian. Like addiction is a spiritual issue. Okay, and we've all got that in us, I do believe. So that's for you to look within and just find out what it is in yourself that you can't stand sitting alone with. Are there better coping techniques? You may need to speak to your doctor about solutions that work for you. Okay, but I am speaking with somebody who has some pretty severe vices, and they're starting to creep over into that other part that you're compartmentalizing. So be careful with that, watch that, and stay vigilant. I'm being told to take one more note here, like one more. Spirit, who is it from? Who is it from? Who is it from? It's from Spirit. This has you written all over it. I'm telling you, Spirit wants to spiritually kick your ass, whoever you are. But at the same time, you know, God forgives all and sees all and knows all. And it's not too late. Just know that you are worthy no matter what it is you choose to do. God sees you. May the Lord be with you. And this has been Daughter of Fire Tarot, and I'll see you next time.